Bonsoir, comment vas-tu? J'espère que tu vas bien. Bienvenue sur la chaîne et bienvenue à Conjure Sound, and welcome to Mentorship, Mediumship, this free workshop. Hope everyone's having an incredible evening. And I hope that you're excited to take this workshop because I think it's going to be very revealing to a lot of you surrounding those that believe that you may hold the ability of mentorship and those things. And I'm super excited to give you the insight to, in fact, do those things. D'accord? Super. Who all do we have in the chat this evening? Hello. Oh, hey, Sunny. Hello, Isaac. Hello, KKMCM. Lisa. Sweet Nina. Crystal. Hello. D-Imagine. Hello, everybody. Good evening. Serenity, Danielle, Sharon. Hello, King Nuru. Miss Debbie, hello. Holly. Hello, everybody. So we are going to have an incredible evening tonight in the space of mentorship. And I'm just going to burn a little frankincense for this evening. Celine, you are so welcome. I'm trying my best. I am very, very, very busy and just trying to make sure I do it all. I just want to say thank you all for your patience and kindness and grace as I maneuver in this new chapter in my life. I think we all one day will get there if we're lucky or blessed enough to essentially become the parents of your parents. And that comes with a different form of responsibility and even stress and those kinds of things, in addition to still operating and maneuvering in your own lives. So it's definitely a different chapter, different book, if you will. But I definitely just want to express my gratitude and appreciation because it is very taxing, very demanding. And it's like these things that I think you even consider or even think about happening, or you think about it happening one day, but that one day you think is going to be 10 years, 15 years, 20 years from now, and if not, it's tomorrow. Or it was yesterday, even. So there's that. But either way it goes, I just want to say thank you also very much. I also just want to say thank you all for your kindness regarding the March Mentorship series. I'm getting a lot of great feedback surrounding those series. And I just want to say thank you for allowing me to provide in that way. And also being able to give you all the how and the why, not just the how or the why, but being able to give you both and very directly, very intentionally, very intimately. And that just makes me so happy to be able to provide a space to do that. And what I love is this is only week one of the mentorship, but it's the workings that have been provided allows you to work those things at your own leisure, at your own time, even if it's not now. You will know exactly when. And so it's just really beautiful to see that. And just the community within this community is brilliant and very special. So thank you all for allowing me to be of service. Speaking of surveys, I will go ahead and mention the February community surveys. The February community service is a huge community service. I did not realize how huge. There are only, last time I checked, which was like an hour or two ago, there's only 11 epic big bundles left. What does that mean? This is the Triple Luck Tea Papa community service. This is, you are requested Nuansha, because people are out here with the $167,000 winnings from the casino and other large winnings and a variety of things. So that was requested. So I provided that for you all. And then we have the Vamvan, which is the cleansing, which is the prep to the Nuasha. And then we have Le Bon Chance for the standard community service. But the epic big bundle, the standard big bundle has Nuasha, Vambon, and Le Bon Chance oil. However, the epic big bundle comes with the Papa Dambala elixir, which I only do in the only community service I do with the Loa, out of honoring and acknowledgement, which is done, but you will receive the elixir as well as the instructions on how to prepare your egg, whether you want to ingest it or just anoint your egg with the elixir. The Papa Nambala healing service. So it's two services in one if you do the Epic bundle. You then get the Noir Shah because that's what you requested. You also get the Vamban oil, which is the prerequisite to the Noir Shah. And then you get the Tea Papa essence, which is Tea Papa essence is a folk spirit within our culture. You will get his essence, the spirit box, and the vessel with a replayable video of how to, in fact, invoke him into the vessel. This is an heirloom folk spirit that will be passed on through your lineage for as long as you pass the boxes. This is a folk spirit of protection. This is actually an Afro-Indigenous folk spirit here in the U.S., only found in the U.S. You're not going to find them in Africa. You're not going to find them in Haiti. You're not going to find them in, Jerusalem and East Buda. He's only here in the U.S. due to our culture, like Haijong. So, Epic Big Bundle, there's only 11 more of those. Someone did ask, will I be extending those? No, because I have only so many vessels, only so many, and only so much essence that I can provide surrounding Tea Papa. Okay? Super important to know that. So that is available now. And you know that once these are gone, they're gone. I'm not doing this again. There will never be, I am telling you, and I am definitely what I want to say, vowing to you. I will not do another Tea Papa folk spirit box. I'm not going to do another Haijong folk spirit box. It's not happening ever again. So yes, and there's that. So that is available now. The link is not in the description box. I did not put it there. Give me one moment. Give me one gentle moment. I just thought to myself, I said, you know what? You don't even have the link over there. So give me a brief second so that I can get that over there to you all. I do apologize. I was just about to say, look over in the description box. It's not even in the description box. Silly me. Silly me. Oh, okay, brilliant. So that has been updated. I do apologize for that. Voila. So remove. So there's that. How do we buy? The link is over in the description box now. You can click there and that'll take you to this service and those things. Services will be held tomorrow. Hopefully everything shows up as it's supposed to, and we will have these things out to you all at the start of the week. Are y'all ready to get into this mentorship thing? Are we ready? If you are ready, in the comments, type, I'm ready. We ready. Also, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and give the video a thumbs up, please, if you do not mind. Okay, Jay, Serenity. All right, King Naru, Isaac, Kiana, Crystal, Miss L. Super, 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 super. All right. So let us begin. Let us begin. So the very first thing is to understand this. And I'm not going to go through this whole long list of this is what it is and this is what it's not or whatever, but I do need to be clear. You being a psychic, someone that sees future, past, present, or your gift of sight being confirmation, validation, or prediction, you being a prophetess, you being a true dreamer, is not the same as being a medium. You reading cards as a diviner does not make you a medium. You are not a psychic medium because you read cards and you have dreams. You are a psychic diviner, but you are not a psychic medium. Okay? Very important to understand that. Queen, then what is a medium? A medium, you as a medium, your supernatural inherited gift and ability as a medium has the ability or the purpose in charge to be the conduit to the dead that is present. Not the dead you want to contact, not the dead someone wants you to contact. The dead that is present is who you will connect or who you could connect to, because the dead is always present, but the dead is not always present to everybody. And that's for a variety of different reasons. Sometimes those reasons have more to do with your culture and who you are. Sometimes those reasons are you may not understand where they're coming from. Sometimes these reasons are lack of elevation and ancestral maturity. That is a real thing as well. So understand that sometimes you're just not going to connect. I don't connect to every single dead, nor do I desire to. Could care less, to be honest. But if the dead is present, then this is the dead that is present. You have the ability to connect, potentially connect to the dead, potentially connect to the dead that is in fact present. From there, you are then able to relay as a mouthpiece, what you are hearing from the dead, because your mediumship ability may be through auditory means. What you hear, you don't see them, but you hear them. They're giving you numbers or giving you letters or giving you objects, okay? They're giving you puzzle pieces because a lot of times they don't give you complete phrases. Sometimes they do. If they are completely mature in their ancestral bodies, they have been elevated for a while and they're strong. You got someone that's venerating them on a regular basis. Those are the ones that can give you very clear, intentional phrases, sentences, points, okay? outside of that, the majority of the time, like 95% of the time, is bits and pieces. Balloon, dandelion, motorboat, um, ostrich feathers. They may just say feathers. Okay. So this is how it normally goes. But I also need to communicate to you all to understand this. A lot of times people want to go, well, what is my purpose as a medium? What is my purpose? Your purpose is to be that mouthpiece if you are to be that mouthpiece, not because you want to be that mouthpiece. In addition to that, the next thing is this, because this is where a lot of inexperienced mediums, a lot of modern mediums really, really struggle. You don't trust yourself because you're waiting for validation from somebody. But the reality is this, you don't know their people. So their people may come to you and say spirit box. But the person you say spirit box to may have no idea what that means. It doesn't mean that you didn't hear what you heard. It just means that they can't confirm it. But you can validate what you heard. This is what you heard. Now you give it and this is what I hear. This is what I hear. This is what it is. But sometimes as a medium, it's not what you hear, but it's what you see. Or what you see. What you see or what you see in this space. Because there's not this third eye thing, but in your head, mentally in your head, what you're seeing, visualizing. Your mediumship can be that. Sometimes your mediumship is going to be through sensory things, smell, feel. Okay, that's another trait that you could have. You're not going to have all of these. You may have multiple of these. You may only have one of these, but it's very important to understand that this is how it really is. This isn't, you're going to see the people and the thing. That's not it always. And most of the time it isn't at all, to be honest. And then and what I'm expressing right now falls into physical and mental mediumship for the most part. But then there are other levels to this, which we're not going to discuss tonight because it's not going to happen. It cannot happen. So there's no point of me bringing up those other forms of mediumship. Okay. So that being said, tonight I'm going to ask you all particular questions based off of 3 dead individuals that has agreed to be of service this evening in this space. All right. So first things first. At this moment, we're going to bring our attention to the first dead. This dead is present. This dead is absolutely clearly here. At this moment, this dead will be sent out and through into you all. When this dead has been sent out through and to you all, I want you to listen and see and feel all the things you can based off of this dead. What are you smelling? Do you smell anything at all? What are you hearing? Do you hear anything at all? Is it a letter? Is it a month? Is it a day? Is it a place? Is it an object? Do you see things with your eyes or in your mind? What is it, in fact, that you are actually experiencing? Okay? So here briefly, Maman, s'il te plaît. I want you all to close your eyes and listen to your breath. Inhale and solely listen to your breath. Get out of your mind. Release all expectations of what you think you're going to hear or see or feel. We are solely going to accept what it is that we're actually experiencing. Okay? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Spirit has now made it clear that they have traveled and they have touched who they're going to touch. At this moment, at this moment, what did you hear? What did you see? You can put these things in the comments below. What did you hear and what did you see? And I want you all to keep a track of everything you see and hear this entire night, okay? Because it's very important. I heard nothing. I saw a white shirt, okay? Was it a white button up? Was it a t shirt? Feminine, purple, plum, cheeks, glasses. Okay. Plump cheeks, not plum. Plump cheeks. It was a button up, vintage. Please keep that in mind. Spring, I smell something sweet, chocolate chip cookies come to mind. I'm getting titled Big Mama Yellow Flowers. My left fingers are cold. Pressure in the center of my forehead and arm. I saw an older man that said George. Navy blue waistcoat, male, 25 years old. Jerome, military. Smell coffee. I also seen a navy blue suit with a white button up shirt. Okay. Interesting. 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 Okay. Very interesting. I heard a brass bell ring. It sounded small in size. I couldn't participate. Loud music and a truck stop. Miss Debbie, do I need to make what happened to that other enemy of yours with the trucks? Should I handle those trucks and the loud music? Miss Debbie does truck driving here, and in the past she had an enemy that no, but thank you. She had an enemy that continued to mess with her and those things. Miss Debbie, um, what happened to the truck of your enemy? Her truck caught fire. She barely had time to get out. Her 18 wheeler truck caught fire, like burned up, completely burned up. Why did I say to myself the truck exploded? It literally did. I may still have a picture of it. I may still have a picture of it. I'm gonna see if I can find it. I think I'm coming close to it. If I put it here, I think I did. Mm. And we're going to see about your results here, everybody, in just a few moments. Oh, no. Yeah, I do believe. I know that I had. I'll look for it in just a moment. I'll keep looking for it in the next little break we have. So, to what you all have said, this is, I think I saw 1958. Did you see 1958 or did you see 1968, King Naru? Look at that. Someone said a feminine presence. Someone said also, smell something sweet. I think it's chocolate chip cookies. It was actually lemon cookies. The cabinet, I don't have that phone anymore, so I no longer have the pictures. Yeah, I think I kept the pictures though. I think I kept the pictures. But yeah, can't quite remember exactly where I may have passed them. So as we're looking at these things, this person was musically inclined. Did we see any numbers? Did you see an 8? The 8 could have been for August. Did you see a 4? It could have been for 1 and 3 is 13. That could be 4 in that way. Some people said I think I saw 1958. It was actually 1968. Did you see an A for Angela or was it for August? There's an S and a T with this particular spirit as well. So that, and you may say, well, Queen, I heard what I heard, I saw what I saw. But as I told you all, I want you to keep in mind everything that you say tonight. Everything you hear, everything you see, everything you say tonight. And I'm going to tell you why. Because as we open these portals, as we get the spirits moving through in those things, it is a possibility that this spirit did not connect with you, but maybe another spirit did. Well, Queen, did it or did it not? The truth is, you absolutely, I had saw smoke, and this is the smoke, okay? But the reality is, you heard what you heard, you saw what you saw, you felt what you felt, and that is the truth. You're not waiting for me to tell you that this is what you heard, this is what you saw, but that's what you absolutely experienced. So now we're going to do this again, okay? We're going to do this again. I really wanted to find that photo. I mean, because that truck, burnt up all the way up. It's pretty impressive. I would say so myself, but oh well. At this moment, I want you to connect. The house had a baby and grand piano in the living room. Moved in 1967. Let us focus on your breath. Close your eyes and focus on your breath, please. Close your eyes and focus on your breath, please. Listen to your breath. Feel your breath. Hello, Latif. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Release all expectations. Exhale. You may have only heard what you're going to hear tonight. You may have only experienced what you're going to experience tonight. What you've heard and saw is what you've heard and saw. And there may be nothing else, and that is okay. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. The spirit is back. Did you hear anything? Did you feel anything? Did you hear any more? Did you feel any more? Was there anything else other than what you already had heard, seen, or felt? If not, it's okay. It's perfectly fine. Now, mind you, the last time some of you did hear blue, but this is the next spirit. This is Simon, soldier. I saw people mention suits. Some people saw a white shirt, button. Some people said vintage. Now, you may have said, well, Queen, I saw these things the first time, but I may have not gotten anything this time. But see, so many of you said a variety of things that actually correlate with this spirit. and not the prior one. This isn't me validating your gift and ability. This is me acknowledging that you have a gift and ability. The color violet or lavender, keep that in mind. Hold that. Keep that in mind. This particular individual is from the Carolinas. You may have seen water or the moon. You may have seen palm trees. This is due to their flag. War, vintage, the suits, all of these things are very important. He likes peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And he also had a dog. Okay. Birdie here says a man, a dog, black and white, sepia photo. That makes a sense why I felt aggression. Yes. And so even like saying I felt aggression is not an aggressive spirit, but you do feel this very intense presence. And so as a medium, you would then, if you were talking to someone, say, there is a presence with me and they're very intense. There is an aggressive or intense or powerful presence here. And as your mediumship ability, you may be able to communicate the demeanor of a person, even if you don't know their name. But the person that you're talking to, the seer, okay, will go, you know what? You are describing my grandfather, or you're describing this person, or you're describing that person. And they should be able to communicate and acknowledge that, because they're not validating, but they are acknowledging, you know what? You are absolutely communicating or describing the personality of the person or of this person, etc. Okay. So, how are you all feeling about this right now? I would love to hear from someone if you desire. In regards to, you know, what has been your experience right now thus far surrounding this, and this compared to the psychic workshop. Have you discovered that you do hold psychic abilities and mediumship abilities, or you absolutely hold all mediumship abilities and no psychic abilities? If you want to join, you're more than welcome to, before we get to our last spirit. And while we're waiting to see if anyone wants to come through, I do just want to remind everybody that the February Triple Luck Tea Papa Community Service is available now. Tonight is the last night to get it. Services will be held tomorrow. And this is almost a collaborative community service. You all requested the Noasha because of the big lump sum of money that you get, especially with gambling, etc., going to the casino. So I provided that for you all. For the big bundles, you get the Noasha, you get the Vin oil, and you get the Le Bon Chance. Last I checked an hour or two ago, there were 11 epic big bundles. And the epic big bundles provide the Dombala elixir. I only work with one a year, and it's always Papa Nabala and it's always in March. The Papa Nabala elixir and the Dombala healing service. If you get the Epic Big bundle, you're getting two services in one. You're also getting the Nawasha oil, the Bonbon oil, and the Tea Papa essence. The Tea Papa essence, the Tea Papa is a folk spirit within our community that is a protected folk spirit. This is an heirloom folk spirit that you will pass on in a spirit box and vessel with their essence, learning with a replayable video for 30 days on how to invoke this spirit, how to consecrate your box, and how to pass this along to your people for that protection. Okay? Voila. The link is over in the description box. I'm just excited to learn. I didn't listen to my grandmother much when she was alive, so this feels great. You're so welcome. I love this wonderful. Got my dinner. Super interesting. It's all merman. Surprised I didn't think I had that kind of connection potentially with the dead. Well, there you have it. Are there any questions right now before we go on to the next spirit? Yes, both mediumship and psychic abilities I know I hold. Super. I can feel the muscle skill being stretched. Exactement. Très bien. It's one thing to connect to my folks right here. It's another thing to connect with someone else that's being sent to me. Exactly. And that is a very important point. Thank you so very much, Ms. Ginoba. Because a lot of people think because you connect to your people, you're a medium. You're not a medium. Connecting to your ancestors, hearing your ancestors, seeing your ancestors is a spiritual experience, not a spiritual gift. A mediumship ability is a spiritual gift. And this is connecting to those outside of your blood. This is connecting to those outside of your blood. What's separate? What's the difference between a gift of discernment and mediumship? The gift of discernment is nothing more than a yes and a no. Good judgment. It's good judgment. Some people call the gift of discernment really is just like intuition, good judgment, which I don't see as a gift. Everyone has intuition. Everyone has that internal instinct, that guttural feeling. Now, whether you listen to it or not, or whether it's stronger than someone else's, is just due to you trusting that guttural feeling. But to be a psychic is not to be intuitive. To be a medium is not to be intuitive. And to divine, and I will tell you, you cannot develop a psychic or mediumship ability if you're not psychic or medium. All right. Let's get into the last spirit. Are y'all ready for the last spirit? If you're ready for the last spirit, in the comments, please put, I'm ready. She ready. He's ready. They are ready. Them, those, etc. You email the pictures. Okay, let me see if I can pull them up. Hold on one second. You found them. I'll have to if you sent it to customer service at conjuresouth.com, I will have to let me see if I can find them. Yeah, I'll have to have that sent over to me. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. All righty, let's get into this last spirit. Let's get into this last spirit real quick. Why did I feel? And I just want to say I'm very proud of you all for being here and definitely allowing yourselves to be honest about what you are experiencing. And I'm here to tell you once again, just because it's not on this screen does not mean you're not hearing what you're hearing. You're just not connecting to these spirits. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. This isn't who's more gifted, who's not. That's not what it is. It's who are these spirits willing to connect to, is what it truly is. All right, my loves. Last spirit on the way. Inhale for me, please. Oh, candle don't want to light. Y'all may just get two spirits. Ah, voila. Here we go. Inhale for me. All right, this may be a pretty exciting one because the candle is reacting quite a lot. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. What are you hearing? What are you feeling? What are you seeing? What are you smelling? post below in the comments. For the third spirit, we have Abby or Abigail. We have a floral scent. We have 10. We have June 4th. We have butterscotch. We also have the Bible. This was a little girl that passed through drowning. So I want you all to take a moment and review what you have seen this evening, what you've experienced, what you felt. The reason why is because some of the things that you're seeing now could in fact have been in reference to the spirit prior or the spirit prior to that one. See what you have written down, what you have documented, and who these things are assigned to. If you look down and you don't see or you don't understand or it's not up here, it does not mean that is not true and that you're wrong. You may be pulling up details these spirits are giving that they did not give me. But when you begin to unpack these things and you're looking at the things that you've said, I saw people talk about the cookies. Even though, so like for example, interior, I think it's interior. Yes, interior 091082 mentioned, I think, lavender and um, those things. And although you may see lavender, there's a rose here. I know for me, speaking from experience, sometimes when I'm seeing spirits or I'm hearing them, they may say daisy or they may say lavender or lily. And I'll mention someone. I'm hearing lavender and lily. Um, does that resonate with you? Well, those do not, but there is someone that's transitioned by the name of Daisy. These are all flowers. And so again, sometimes it comes to us in this way. So I just want to hello, Tanisha. Um, they all seem to do with homecoming. Um, Danielle said, I didn't want to say tragic death on the last, just pain. But it is what it is. Whether you say it or you don't say it, it's what you heard or what you're feeling or what you're experiencing as a medium. As a medium. So it's just incredibly important to understand the biggest thing to take away from tonight is I'm not here and nobody can validate your gift and ability. I can acknowledge it. I can appreciate that you have it, but I cannot validate anything that I didn't give you. I don't hear what you heard, but you in fact heard it, or you in fact saw it, or you in fact felt it. And so it's just important to begin to understand what I heard and what I saw and what I felt. Is it exactly as it is that I'm hearing it, or are these clues to something else? So, for example, again, chocolate chip cookies, lemon cookies. Okay, I smell something sweet. It could be the cookie scent, right? Vintage. Hmm, what is vintage though? Could be a car. You know, all of these are three very different spirits of the dead. But because your mediumship ability is different, you're going to receive them differently. And especially if you have been strengthening one muscle and not the other, you're going to receive it more clearly in one way than that, in that way than another. Excuse me. Okay. Are there any questions or any feelings or thoughts that anybody would like to share at this time? If so, there is a link in there is a link in the chat here. And while we wait to see if anybody wants to jump on, last reminder that tonight is the last night to get your Triple Luck Tea Papa Community Service. The link is over in the description box. There's only maybe 10 or 11 of the Epic bundles left. My cast of the day was about flies in the tarot deck, along with spiritualist and the dawn baby. So this is actually really cool confirmation. Exactamo. This is great. I love it. And Isaac, you're doing such a beautiful job reading those cards in the morning. I'm so proud of you. Keep it up. I love it. Queen, how do you recommend we practice this on our own? Go to the cemetery. To be honest, you need to be in a cemetery or at a funeral home and give yourself the ability to just connect to who's connecting to you and with you. You're not working with them. You're not summoning them. You can't summon them. That's mediums don't summon. Okay, that's a conjuring ability. But to be present and allow yourself to be connecting to something outside of yourself, it's pretty simple. Go to a vintage store. or there's old things, or an estate sale, or those kinds of things. And you go to the estate sale and you begin to hear letters, hear numbers, etc. And then you maybe go to the family and go, what was the name of the person that transitioned here? And they give you the name, and then you get the answer. Oh, the Epibit bundles are sold out. Okay. Well, there you have it. So that means now just the standard bit bundles. And I think, I can't remember for sure, but I think that a number of those have been bought as well. Mama Mojo and Queen of Seas arrived today. Epic bit bundle ordered. I am, I am sad. I think that is one of the funniest phrases. I am sad. I am sad and taking notes. Oh, wonderful. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you all so very much this evening. You all be blessed. Go back and do this again. Go back and look at all of the things that are in these PDF and see where you did. And again, it's not about how many things did I get right. That's not it. It is, I connected to this spirit. I connected to that spirit. Or I was able to pick up things on each of these spirits. And all of that is beautifully done. No, I'm a Celine. There was not. All right. Y'all have a blessed one. Thank you so very much for watching. I look forward to seeing you all very soon. And again, thank you all for your kindness, your patience, your grace, and even mercy, because sometimes I don't really feel I deserve it, but even your mercy in allowing me to be in this new phase of life and getting through all these things to the best of my abilities. Y'all are so, so great, and it's truly humbling. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you all very soon.